I always really liked Axl Rose when I was a kid.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
He owes me $20.
Welcome back to Nerd Thug Radio. I'm the Captain Joey Savage.
Corey DLG.
Eco DLG.
This is the segment where we wrap this show up. Yeah, I loved Guns N' Roses as a kid. I still do.
Hated Guns N' Roses.
I love them.
The only thing I liked was the Sweet Child of Mine cover.
Sweet Child.
But I love covers.
And November Rain.
No, I didn't even like November Rain. As I got older, I started to appreciate November Rain more.
Yeah.
Then when I heard Avenged Sevenfold do their whatever
Right.
song it was that directly rips off November Rain, I then hated both of them for that.
Yeah, so we had special
I
guests.
punished everyone.
We had special guests in the studio earlier. Kai Lynn, who's now part of the blog media team, and also Casual Sexy Gamer. And
Part of
Guns
the
N'
squad.
Roses is she's a new member of the squad. But Guns N' Roses is like her favorite band, so that's why we played it today.
Oh, I mean, she was wearing the shirt. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't need more reasons.
Yeah, so we said, you know what?
This is my favorite
I
band
can't-
T-shirt. I don't even listen to
I
them.
came in wanting to get some Chili Peppers on the show today.
That's pretty close.
And then I said, oh, no, we'll do this instead. Anyways, real quick before we wrap things up, nerdthugradio.com, facebook.com/nerdthugradio. Check those out. The podcast goes tomorrow. YouTube, the first segment goes up today.
Yes.
Space Cadets Con will be there this Saturday at Space Cadets Gaming off Robinson Road in the Woodlands. Come by and say hi.
Yes.
Now let's wrap the show up. You guys ready?
Yes.
So I've got some news that has come out just
Yes.
here and there, and I want to get your opinion on it.
Okay.
Your opinion.
Your opinion on it.
Okay, I'm ready.
So there's a lot of talk about networks wanting to reboot series that they have ended, such as there's been a Frasier reboot talk, which I think has been knocked down. The Office,
Okay.
Parks and Rec, King of the Hill, even they've talked about redoing.
Yeah, I saw some of that this week.
Now, if they do King of the Hill, I'm all for it. I love that show.
Only if they bring everybody back, though.
If they do,
Well, and they can't really. Well, they did a bunch of seasons after Brittany Murphy died,
right,
so
they
I
could.
guess that's it.
If they do The Office, I mean, if they do Parks and Rec, I can get down to it only if they keep Leslie Knope aboard. But if what's his name's not coming back to The Office, Steve Carell, I could care less.
No, and here's the thing: as they don't need to bring these shows back.
Right,
Like,
so
I hate that.
That's what I want to get into. Why are we in the era now where they just want to? We've seen it in movies, the reboots. Now we're even getting the TV shows. They're wanting to reboot stuff instead of bringing new content.
It's because people are comfortable with what they have.
Well,
they
That's a
just
true
want
statement.
more.
I dig that one.
I think that might be part of it, but they also do this weird thing where they're way. So, I think the networks are kind of struggling right now. I
think so,
It's
too.
it's a weird reality that they're in right now. Where streaming and the other where people are choosing to for the first time in the history of television, people are choosing where they get their content from. Not what they watch, but how they watch it. So it's not enough now to make good TV because
Right.
you might make good TV that nobody watches because they'd rather watch old Seinfeld or old Will and Grace than watch good new show that you've made.
Right.
And so, well, for example, one of the networks, this was a couple years ago, they had a show called Rookie Blue.
Right.
Okay, and it was about young cops coming onto the police force, learning how to be cops. It was dramatic and sexy and suspenseful, and it was an hour. They canceled it. And the next season, they started another show about young cops coming onto the force, and it was sexy and dramatic and suspenseful. It was the exact same show, just packaged differently, different actors, different creators, different writers, but it was the same premise.
Concept.
Like if you were advertising it, you wouldn't have been able to advertise them any differently because they were
Correct.
the same thing.
Just different names.
And
Different
basically
actors.
what I'm getting at is that sometimes the studios, they almost don't know what they're looking for now. And so
Right.
the only thing they can do is go back to things that still work.
like X-Files is coming back.
Right.
They did the Gilmore Girls one season shot over there.
Well, and that was Netflix.
that was
and,
Netflix.
And Netflix is kind of, it's partly their fault, and it's also partly their creation. Because they started back with the Gilmore Girls and with the Fuller House.
Right.
And they've also, between Netflix and Hulu and all that, have saved a couple TV shows. The Mindy Project came back for 2 more seasons on Hulu.
Right.
And so when you do things like that, it makes television question its own decision-making. And so then TV starts going, well, maybe it's worth it to bring back Will and Grace. Maybe it's worth it to bring back The
Right.
Office. Maybe we did jump the gun and cancel that too soon. Mm-hmm. And the guy who came in charge of NBC, he wasn't in charge when those shows were canceled. And so now he's reached out. I saw where he also reached out to the creator of ER and the
Right.
creator of West Wing.
Would you guys like to come back?
Would you guys like to bring those shows back? And both of them said, yeah, maybe in some way, but not right now. I'm both busy. But you don't need them.
No.
You can make your own show about a president. You can make your own show about an emergency room. You could do
different plot lines.
The only thing of it is you wouldn't have the name.
Right.
And I get that part, but just write him a check.
That's
just write him a check to get the name.
Name's part of the gig.
Just buy ER from the guy and say, hey, look, we're going to keep going with it.
This is mine.
Right. And look, we'll cut you in on it, but just sit back and take a check. Like, I mean, but at the end of the day, I think part of the problem is that because people can choose where they get their content from now, that also means they get to choose what they watch to a much greater volume and extent than ever before. So think about, we were talking about this earlier in the show. In 2019, there's going to be about 8 different places you can go to specially watch certain types of television.
I won't even have cable anymore.
You can literally go and watch, man, I'm going to watch some DC shows this weekend. I'm going to watch nothing but DC all weekend. I'm going to go to the DC streaming service, and I'm going to watch Titans Live. I'm going to watch a Nightwing live action show. I'm then going to watch a season of Young Justice.
Right.
And then I'm going to watch 20 episodes of Supergirl, The Flash, Green Arrow, and Legends of Tomorrow and Black Lightning all at once. Stuff. So, like, you don't need the networks anymore.
Nope.
So the networks now have to make something so good that you stay.
And that's tough.
And that is tough. Now, every once in a while they get it right. This Is Us is one of those shows that's amazing. And there's a sitcom that I personally love called Speechless. It's got Minnie Driver and this little kid in a wheelchair.
It's pretty good. I picked up a couple episodes of that.
And they treat disability so normal in that show that I freaking love it. It's one of the best shows on TV.
I love it.
Because they go out of their way to point out how dumb people are about people with disabilities, and then how important it is to remember that everyone's a part of society. Right. It's a great sitcom. It's a family sitcom. It's hilarious. The kids are in school, and the kid in the wheelchair is the older brother, and so he still has older brother moments, and then he also has moments where he's the kid in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
But it's not the guy from
I saw the
what was the Vegas cop show? What was that?
I don't know. Oh, Reno 911.
Yeah, the big black dude from Reno 911. Yeah. He's hilarious.
So
in
the one of the episodes I picked up on that show was the one where the kid with someone with a disability.
Yeah,
he's playing like a disability hockey. And so he's out there and like he gets beat up and loses a tooth, and like him and his dad are all excited. They're like, yeah. It was fun. That was a good one.
That was a great one because at first he wants to quit because he gets the tooth knocked out.
Yeah.
And the dad and him are first. They're like, the dad was petrified. He's like, oh my god, I almost just got my son killed today.
Yeah.
And they're like, and the kid wants out. And then they were like, you know what? If you were normal, we wouldn't let you quit just because you lost your tooth.
Right. So you're sticking it out.
Right. And they have that moment in that show a bunch of times where they literally have to say, are we doing something different because of who you are?
Right.
It's a really interesting show though. But that's one of those ones that's going to get lost in the shuffle as more and more of this happens.
My favorite show on TV right now is on Netflix, and it's The Ranch. That show is
You've been
hilarious.
pimping this for a minute.
I have. It's hilarious.
Netflix is making some of the best TV out there. Glow is amazing. They renewed for a second season. Ozark. They almost immediately, it came out, it was out for like 2 weeks, and they immediately announced the second season of that.
Ally Savage just started it, and she is in love.
Ozark is amazing.
It's a good show.
It is amazing. You need to watch it. But Netflix they're going out of their way to just make great television. Now, we've been covering Netflix for a bunch of different reasons because of the debt stories and stuff like that. But the original content they make is worthwhile.
They've got it going on.
And that's why I think TV feels threatened.
They do. No, definitely. When you've got third-party streaming services that aren't tied to cable in any form.
Right, and they can make whatever they want.
It's Hulu and Amazon and Netflix, and now DC's coming. Disney's starting their own things. Who knows what's going to happen there? You've got Facebook wanting to get into the game. YouTube Red's coming around. Like, it's coming from everywhere.
And back in the day, it was just HBO. HBO was the only threat to TV, and TV wasn't worried. Okay, fine. We're going to lose one every once in a while to HBO. If you want to take Weeds to HBO or Sopranos to HBO, fine. But now those people, Genji Kohan was the creator of Weeds. Yeah. She's one of the co-creators of Glow.
Yep.
So she's now going to these other companies and still tanking television by developing these things in outside properties.
So moral of the story is 2019, Joey Savage will no longer have cable.
Most people probably won't.
Streaming services.
I probably still will because I only believe in one streaming service.
Yeah, you do.
So I go Netflix all the way. Now, probably by 2019, I'll probably have the DC one.
You'll have it.
I have to, just for Young Justice.
You'll have it at the beginning of next year. What are you talking about?
Just for Young Justice, I'll have it. But that'll be 2 streaming services, and that's one too many for me. I don't like that.
Too many.
I hope you guys liked this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the Casual Sexy Gamer segment and the weekly top 3, and you're getting ready to go back to school. So you've got...
Exciting.
Yeah. I mean, if you listen to us live on the radio, you've got one more day of fun before the school starts.
So come see us at Space Hits Comic-Con
this Saturday. from 10 to whenever.
Yeah, we'll be there all day.
Robinson Road in Oak Ridge.
That's right. And then stay safe and be kind to each other, guys.
Same nerd time, thug time.
Same nerd thug time.
Channel.
Same nerd thug channel.
You're listening to Nerd Thug Radio. Hashtag talking nerdy to you.
Ow!